Nothing. Just normal stuff.
Nothing exciting. Okay, maybe The Final Run is our first movie that we're going to cover here over at the Cinematics. Eric Holmes saw it. I did not have time to see it. I'm so sad that I didn't get to see it because it stars Jeff Fahey and Judd Nelson. Also stars Waters and Maddie Henderson. Maddie Henderson, I'm sure a lot of people who use TikTok know who she is because she has over 4 million followers over in TikTok. Over now, here is the plot synopsis for The Final Run. The movie's a quote gripping story of sacrifice, redemption, and the lengths one man will go to protect the ones he loves. And it centers on a smuggler. Is he has one last job to complete in order to save the woman he can't live without. So Eric Holmes, I'm assuming Jeff Fahey is that smuggler, that retired drug smuggler who's forced back into the game for one final run. And that's why the movie is called The Final Run. And that is it. It's in theaters and on demand August 15th. Any movie that stars Jeff Fahey and Judd Nelson and it's an indie film, should be interesting. Eric Holmes, take it away with your review of The Final Run.
Yeah, so this one, Jeff Fahey finds out his wife's got some disease, like cancer, something like that. And she needs a certain medicine and operation, and they just don't have the money to do it. And so Jeff Fahey, he used to be a smuggler like way, way back in the day. And I believe it was Judd Nelson that took him down and got him sent to prison for doing what he did.
Yeah.
Of course, this is many years ago, and Jeff Fahey's since out of prison. And his wife's not doing too well. She needs money for medical expenses for this disease she developed, and they can't do anything about it. So she's probably going to die sooner than later, unless they can come up with the money. Jeff Fahey decides he's going to get the band back together, and then his granddaughter, Alex, helps him out. Problem is, Judd Nelson kind of sort of gets wind that he might be up to something, but he doesn't quite know what. And along with, I think it's Jeff Fahey, I think it's Alex's mom or Alex's sister, I can't tell, but her boyfriend is another cop that also thinks that something's going on. So he keeps trying to stick his nose in. Alex keeps trying to play distraction and try to keep his head pointed elsewhere. And then Jeff Fahey's, I don't know what you're talking about, but also don't talk to DA agents. Why don't you go kick rocks, that sort of thing. And this is more, I thought this was going to be kind of like an action movie, but it's not even really much of a thriller. It's just kind of, when Judd Nelson, for example, when he finds out why he might be doing what he thinks he's doing, he's like, I didn't know your wife had cancer and you're having trouble getting. And so now they're torn with, do I do my job as a cop or do I do my job as a human being and just look the other way? I know he doesn't want to do this, and I completely understand why he needs to do this. And am I going to be the a-hole that stands in the way of that? And so,
more of a straight ahead drama more than anything else.
Yeah, definitely a morality play. I think I would say like the very end, it was like a little Tagathin. This kind of, I wasn't crazy about that, but everything else leading up to that was really good and not at all what I expected going into this.
All right, so it doesn't even sound like a cheesy cheeseburger B movie with
no. This is, I like it. It feels like that. The setup feels like that.
Yeah,
but it doesn't have that tone at all once the movie actually kicks in.
Were you okay with that tone? Because you might have been okay.
Yeah, because I was like, boy, let's watch a cheeseburger. Jeff Fahey's gonna go smuggling. There's gonna be shootouts and all this stuff.
Yeah,
I didn't go that way at all, but I think going the way it did, like the back and forth. Oh, I'm a cop. I need to be doing this, but she's got cancer. So how big of an a-hole would I be to get in the way of that? And
does Judd Nelson actually, like you said, because he's part of the equation, he has a good enough role? He's just not in for 2 minutes and he just pops out of the narrative?
Jeff Fahey's the mouse, Judd Nelson's the cat.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
I like that a lot. So The Final Run in theaters and on demand, August 15th. Eric Holmes, your rating?
I'll go 4 stars on this.
4 stars from Eric Holmes for The Final Run.
I think, I'm curious what Bruce would think of it.
Really?
I know for a fact that you would eat this one up.
No way. I would really love it because it's Jeff Fahey, or just because it's Jeff Fahey.
Jeff Fahey is just Jeff Fahey's just the cherry on top.
Okay, I like it. The final run starring Jeff Fahey and Judd Nelson. I forgot to put this on my Google Notes. I thought this was going to be one of these forgettable cheeseburger movies. Has a nice poster here. Let me look it up right now. It is directed by Chris Helton. The writers are Walter Czura, Czura, and Jason Usry, Usry. Again, it's directed by Chris Helton. The final run, if you have any kind of respect and love for Jeff Fahey, I guess this is a solid Jeff Fahey film, Eric, right?
Yeah, the writer, that's their only IMDb credit. The Walter Czura and Jason Usry. Yeah, Jason Usry's written a couple things, but hey, you know what? If Walter, this is the first screenplay that got produced. Good on you, bud.
Oh, I love it.
It was a good one.
That is a surprise this week and look, why should I be surprised? Eric's not surprised because he loves Jeff Fahey. He watches Jeff Fahey movies. I do too, but I should give Fahey a little bit more credit. Yeah, I need to watch this movie. I will watch the final run and do a rewind on it next week. Now,
yeah, final run's like very much up your alley. I think you would love it.
I'm excited, actually. Thank you, Eric Holmes, for it. And look, whether it's up Eric's alley or my alley, most importantly, is it up your alley? So please hit me and Eric up. Tell us what you think of the final run if you get a chance to see it. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. For more movie and television reviews and interviews, please subscribe to my Deepest Dream channel. Like, comment, share, subscribe. And as always, thanks so much for your support. Take care.